Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another Slimy Sky Memories video. So, if you just saw my summoning video, we got super insane luck with Shinsha. I got her pretty quickly. But I think I'm gonna talk and see as to whether or not you should summon for this new Shinsha. So, let's take a look at her stats. So her stats, she has the same stat line as John, like literally every single stat. Same health, same attack, and same defense. So she's gonna hit relatively hard, which is nice. Forces, she's on New Year's Blessing, Dragon Hockey, and Stern Spirit. Of course, Stern Spirit is not an actual team. Dragon Hockey kind of is, I guess, with Velzard, but like, I mean, she's not getting the extra bonus. And then New Year's Blessing is an actual team. So secret skill details, her ultimate is called Tepis. So at level max, she unleashes a single target water physical attack for 490% normal damage. Of course, with her EX ult, it is 735% normal damage. So same as usual, like it'll hit hard, but there's no extra multipliers or anything. Skill details. So her first skill we already saw is Predator Pedal. At level max, it's 55 skill points, and she increases physical characters' Soul of Combos damage by 80% for one turn, and then she increases all allies' crit damage by 40% for one turn. So it's definitely not a bad skill. You can pair, she's automatically a physical support, and you can supplement the crit in a lot of ways, especially with the physical team. Like physical meta like characters and like protection units and stuff like that, like have a lot of ways of supplementing crit. Like EX Guy, you have Frey, she automatically gives you crit. This new Shion also gives you crit. So you have a lot of ways of getting that extra crit chance, so you can use them with her to get the extra crit damage, which is nice. I would say her synergy with EX Guy is a little iffy, just because it's two EX ults. But if you can like get the crit another way, like with the hero or something, then you don't really have to use Guy's skill, because it's 80 skill points, so it's a lot more expensive. But I guess it's kind of like, I wouldn't say power creep, because it's limited to physical characters, so you can't use her obviously on a magical team setup, unless like you only want the crit damage. But I feel like the extra crit damage isn't really worth it to bring this extra unit when you could replace her with someone else, right? So next, her second skill is called Carnation. So at level max, it'll cost 0 skill points, and it changes one ult into one orange orb for the turn. And then she increases all orange orb gauges increased by 10% for one turn at level max. So I have my own thoughts about this. I think it's good because it's the first one that we've I think gotten ever. I'm pretty sure she's the only unit to change an ultimate into an orange orb, because Shinsha and like the Halloween Milim didn't do that. So it'll like, it's not a bad skill, but I think we've definitely, like, I've gotten used to it, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people have as well. The comfort that you get with Blanc and or Shuna, where you can change multiple ults into like into a specific orb, so that it's really easy to set up for like next turns, and you can also keep stacking it, right? Even if like the whole point of the team is like she's meant to be a support, so you're meant to use her alongside Rimuru or whatever damage dealer, so that you would boost their ultimate damage, their crit damage, Shion supplementing the synergy rate, and then the crit rate, and then Milim would also help with that, and then you would change this so that you could make their ult into an orange orb and then get the EX ult faster. So that's kind of the whole point of the character. But I think to use her outside of that team, because it feels like they really just shoved her into the New Year's Blessing team, I think they could have made this a bit more so that you could use her outside of that. I mean, you can, I was gonna say you could maybe use her with the Wield of Magic team, just for that, right? Like with Shinsha, like the other water Shinsha, but like this skill would remain useless, right? So you'd only be bringing her in for this, which I'm not too sure is worth it. But I guess that's up to you in your team building. So then her Valor trait, she decreases blue orb damage by 10% or 20% once per turn. Her character trait is nothing too crazy. She just increases her own ult gauge by 15% once per turn from the start of battle to turn 3. And then, you know, her thing was with Rimuru. So overall, I would say her as a character, like Shinsha as a character, is not as crazy as I really wanted her to be. I think she works well with the New Year's Blessing team, but outside of that, like her usage outside of that is a bit pigeonholed in my opinion. I mean, obviously, not that. This is really useful, like with other physical teams, but this like is just a bit too limiting in my opinion. And I mean, I guess you could always just bring in Blanc or something, like if you're gonna use her. So yeah, I don't like, if you really like Shinsha or like really like this design or whatever, then I would say yeah, like why not, right? She's not bad. Should you go like all in for her? I'm not too sure. Obviously if you're willing to spend, then like go for it, but as a free-to-play unit, I can't really say that you should. It's kind of a maybe. It's like, it really depends on if you like Shinsha as a character and if you see yourself getting usage out of these skills, because if not, then don't go for her obviously. But if you do like Shinsha and like you don't want to pass up on her, because when is she ever gonna return? I think, when did Evil Rimuru return? He returned like at least 3 to 4 months or something after he came out, I think. But even then, like that Rimuru, his skills were pretty like iffy, right? It was kind of the same with like, she's kind of like the slightly upgraded version where you can use, like, it's a bit limited, but you can use her outside of that. But the Evil Rimuru was really like, his skills were really bad. So overall, I would say if you like the character, then sure. But outside of that, I would at least wait to see like videos or something or hear other people's opinions, just because I can't just say straight up that you should. Like, putting character design and everything aside, her kit itself is nothing super crazy. It's not like super insane, like, oh my god, you need to summon for her. It's more of like she's not bad, but she's not like super fantastic either. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know down below what you guys think. Did you summon for her? Do you think she's good, or like how could they have made her better? Don't forget the like and subscribe button as well. Hopefully you guys found this useful. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.